PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be out here. As this event kicks off, our feature group consists of 2 players that appear to have entered into this fantastic rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish ball.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least. Currently in first position. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort. Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 17 feet from the cup.
That's making a big statement here today.
Fantastic start right out of the gates.
And now at 3 under overall. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
Nicely done. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. That is hunting for the hole. And now that finds him in first place. The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Get excited. This could go in. Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Second shot here on the 5th. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. And here we are with their 4th. Yep, that shot safely on the green. And he needs this to save par. That's well holed.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. Go on, get in the hole. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 6 under. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. That's heading into the rough, I think. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
setting up from about 130 yards out.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Well, the old hammer hands putt. Leading by 6 strokes after that one. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
There's 17 feet remaining to the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Well, this one's right at the pin. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. On the right-hand side of the fairway, and you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here. This for back-to-back birdies.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies move in the right direction there, Luke.
Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Our leader really starting to gap the field now. Their advantage is 9 shots. Teeing off now on this par 3.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Well, that's a phenomenal performance. The lead is now out to 10 shots. Incredible. This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them. Second shot here on the 14th hole. Not quite sure about the strike on that one. This could be heading towards the rough. Getting ready to play their third. Yeah, good effort, that one, out of the bunker. Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Going with the 5-iron here. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
6 feet remaining to the cup.
Trying to save par here.
Currently 12 under for the event.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
Tracking. Still in the lead now after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
The final challenging par 3 on this golf course. Good news is, though, is the green funnels in from both the right and left edges. Most shots are going to end up right in the center of this green.
Okay, that hole's behind you now. He sits in first position. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
Absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
John Rahm watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
This putt coming up is for birdie. As that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now the Valspar champion. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance, what a win. I mean, just, this player was just amazing all week long.
Well, Rich, we saw from the get-go that this player was right on song this week, just a class above.
Luke, it's always fun to see a player when they are in full flight as they were this week. It was a blast to watch. Unbelievable job all around.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. With the PGA Tour is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player is looking to beat Lydia Ko, which, let's be honest, will take all their skill and poise.
Oh, absolutely. This will be a certain KO for this player. I can't imagine that Lydia's going to let anybody beat her. When we talk about young phenoms, Lydia comes to mind. She's got it all.
Ding, ding, ring that bell. Let the bout begin. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Oh, no. This is nasty. Just no.
Well, after hopefully a couple of sound shots, Rich, these players have just a short wedge into this par 5 second.
The green sits above the player ever so slightly, which makes this third shot a little more difficult. But let's face it, it's a short shot with a short club. A birdie can be expected.
Heading to the next hole, and this player is currently in a share of the lead with Tony Finau. Going with the 6-iron here. Wonderfully played. Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance. And down it goes.
I haven't seen a putting display like this since I was 5 years old.
The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left. with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
And after a birdie at the last, they take the honor on the hole.
Do you attack it and try and increase your lead, or do you lay back and play safe? I like to attack it. What do they like to do?
That looks to be a fairway finder to me. Not bad. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And a quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first spot, with Tony Finau second. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
And this from the green side rough. Straight out of the top draw.
Great touch.
And after that hole, this player finds himself in top spot. But Tony Finau is right behind them. Here we are in front of a par 3. Well played, mate. What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Geez, making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And that will move him to 6 under par. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Now, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan, Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here. But TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on any particular shot and feel like it's easy. Like you can breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on 1 or 2 holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, and then it stayed right, and then stayed right, and then all added up to a 16. So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Yeah, good safe shot, this one. That should find the surface. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Our leader really starting to gap the field now. Their advantage is 9 shots. Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot, as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. 13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short, and those bunkers, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, you done good.
And after that hole, this player is ahead by a whopping 10 strokes. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. That was wonderfully done. Rich going for this green in 2. Plenty of sand there to mess with your golf ball.
It requires accuracy. There's no doubt about that. There are bunkers both right and left that can certainly gobble up your golf ball if you get a little bit offline. Anything missing a little bit long and left, however, though, that is a good spot to miss it.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
And this is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them.
Oh, that was pure. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Well, a little off the target with that one.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Now at 11 under for the day.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Leading by a phenomenal 12 strokes after that one.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Time for the second shot on the 18th.
That dog will hunt.
And here we are with the third shot.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
Would need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
You know, the lowest score ever on the PGA Tour is a 58 by Jim Furyk. You've got this putt to match it. Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet. Well, that was a Texas-sized performance by our champion. They have now added the Valero Texas Open to their list of wins.
After this victory, Luke, I'm pretty sure this player's going to have a little bigger hitch in his giddy-up.
Well, Rich, after that hot start, it's probably little surprise that this player powered through to victory.
Luke, that was the performance of a lifetime. Hats off. They dominated every facet of the game. Never let their foot up off the gas.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Legends Championship is about to start.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, what a gorgeous day as this event kicks off our featured group. Well, we've got two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Well, Henny, quite a challenge that this player has set for themselves. We've seen them beat many of their rivals this season, but there are not many people that can go up against the great Tiger Woods and succeed. History's told us that.
Oh, well, they certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow indeed.
Oh, I'm jumping around in my seat, and I can also see Rich Beam doing exactly the same. He managed this feat back in 2002 when he won the PGA at Hazeltine over the great Tiger Woods.
Oh, please, Luke, don't mention that. Once we get Rich on his high horse, there's no getting him down again. Although he has shown that it can be done. Tiger Woods can be beaten. However, it is such a tall order. I know that this player has beaten all of these incredible roster of players in all these rivalries so far, but come on, this is Tiger Woods. Can it really be done today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Now with the honour on a par 5. Not a bad line, this one. Second shot here on the 4th. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
He leads the field by a stroke.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Oh, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that.
Just the start they were looking for, Luke.
I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. Playing this one about 130 yards out. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here.
Wonderful putt, and that puts some real pressure on their rival now.
Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
So, still currently in the lead after that hole, but Tiger Woods is lurking in 2nd place. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. That one's heading down Broadway. Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the 3rd round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with him, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
This is their look at birdie.
Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 5 under.
And after that fine effort, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard, but Will Zalatoris is 2nd.
Oh, well done. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
They can't quite see the green here, Luke, because it's elevated, it's much higher. They're definitely going to have to club up.
Well, it'd be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. Like the look of this one. Beautiful shot. And that will take him to 7 under. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Yeah, nicely played.
Long way away from the hole if they want to make the birdie, though.
But that's a good putt to hole any day of the week. And that will take him to 8 under.
And with that hole behind them, they currently lead just ahead of Tiger Woods.
We find ourselves on a par 3 here. Going with the hybrid. Well played.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Okay, steady now.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
And with that hole behind us, they're currently in the lead with Tiger Woods in second place. That's a good-looking shot there.
They've had a chat with the caddy, and they're going for it. This one's on.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
2 big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
An eagle putt awaits.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
That's a big-time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers.
So, still currently in the lead after that hole, but Tiger Woods is lurking in second place.
Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line.
Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And everybody else was just kind of sitting there in awe going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Well played. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, just missed.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
Teeing off here on the 16th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
They're going to need binoculars from back here to even see the hole.
Well, looks to have misjudged the speed of that one. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
And with that hole behind them, they currently lead just ahead of Tiger Woods.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Time for the second shot at the 17th. A long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
This has a real chance.
3 feet to go here to the hole. And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. This shot from about 190 yards out. This is a ball striking clinic. Yet another green in reg here.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and reg.
Well, Rich, as the legendary Jim Nance once said, they're now rich and famous.
I gotta say, that was an incredible statement by the great man and bestowed upon a great player. And this player will be thrilled to become rich and famous.
Rich, this is something you can understand. This player now a major champion.
Luke, life-changing indeed, I have to say.